All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Bridgewater got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Switch gears, switch gears. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is Mostert, and this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Martin, the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. On On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Here we go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Martin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Gordon. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Slade. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Washington.
We're ready. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. You better.
On first down, Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready? 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the throw.
To throw, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They run it here with Gordon. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Chicago. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 13-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Throwing on 2nd down. Bridgewater over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Here's Bridgewater. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, check, 59.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Brissett. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mostert. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Gordon. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They come out here in the eye.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Under 10.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Teddy Bridgewater keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 2.
Next to score, Redskins 23, Bears 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ready. Check 45 with the mic. All day, baby, all day.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Wide, get wide. Go. Hold. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. On game, punt. Check 13. Check 13.
Here's Mostert. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the 2nd down throw on target. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, you got 3 down.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is caught by Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 6. Yard line.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
59, mark. Check, 59. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check safety. Check, 59. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Kill.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And it's caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in with Arma, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Check 26. Watch twins.
They're going to give it to Gordon, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now they try the right side here. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. That's caught by Jackson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, some motivation. He don't know no better. 45. Mike, 45.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett, and this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's checking crack. Watch twist. Joker. Wait.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Fix the outrun. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they give this time to the tailback. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? Gets it to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game? And
it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially at a spot as you just described, we're in OT, You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff looking right. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Time to go. Night. Shoot.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. The open man is Shark. It's complete. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.